How's it? I'm Honan.
I'm Oliver.
And today we are doing a STAYC reaction video to STAYC's new song, which is titled Beautiful Monster, which a title like that gives me high hopes because that's a pretty sick title going on there. I will
Yeah.
say you've seen me say some pretty exaggerated things. At one point I said STAYC is the lead of fourth gen girl
Uh-huh.
groups, that I
You
consider
did
them
you
the
did say that.
highest tier of fourth gen girl group. I did say this before I ever heard Ive. I will have that stated, and I do think that swapped a little bit to Ive for me, but I do still think, looking at STAYC's catalog and what they've released in a small amount of time, I would say it's really, really high tier, especially considering you got songs like So Bad, Young Love, ASAP, Stereotype to the last one that we just heard, Run to You. I think all of those are really, really great songs. So they
Yeah.
high tier of releases.
Definitely been really solid. And even when I still think So Bad is my favorite track of theirs. But
It's so bad. It is really catchy. You know what it is? It's the na 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 na. It hooks you with some of that little bit.
for me, it's the drum beat. Just that
Okay, yeah,
that
yeah.
drum and bass signature just it gets me. But it's yeah, the this one is still doing super well as well. I haven't heard this either, obviously. They've now joined the ranks of groups to sell 200,000 in their first week.
Hmm.
So they're still certainly doing well. I think Esper currently leading the line in
I
terms of
mean, yeah,
that
that's not
level of
surprising. I feel
popularity.
like because of
Yeah,
SM being the label
yeah,
and everything too. Yeah.
yeah. It's to be expected, and then probably Ive, and then I mean Stacey maybe are on a similar kind of level to ITZY in terms of popularity, at least in Korea. I think internationally ITZY is still going to be more popular, but
I think ITZY
yeah,
still
don't
has
think that.
like the most wins of a fourth gen girl group or something like that.
Maybe I don't know.
Which is it's between like them and Idol. I just saw a thing recently about that or whatever. But they showed that
Mm.
Ive already has almost caught up to Idol and ITZY in
Yeah,
wins in
I know.
like one calendar year.
I know that Ive have got
Yeah.
the most in this year out of any group. Period.
That's
Like
insane.
they have more wins than BTS or Big Bang picked up.
I think
Yeah.
when we're talking about fourth gen, they're like aespa's music internationally is the most palatable or whatever, but I really think STAYC, I hope they grow a lot more internationally because I feel like their music is super, super high quality
Yeah,
for what we've had
for
so
sure.
far. Young Love, I'm just gonna throw that out as my favorite because I'm a sucker for that like alternative 2000s sound that it has going on. All right, so
Yeah.
this is Beautiful Monster. 3, 2, 1, go. Hold on, sorry. Actually, I'm not sharing screen.
You're not.
I just realized that is my bad. Hold on. We are going to now be preparing for ITZY Beautiful Monster.
It's beautiful monster.
I'm sorry, STAYC Beautiful Monster. Anyone who doesn't know, we just saw an ITZY video before this. All right, here we go. Now, 3, 2, 1, go.
I already love it.
Anyway, yeah, 네가 필요해. Yeah, 마치 퍼즐 같긴 해도 it's okay. 너를 떠올리는 향기는 so blue. Yeah, 나만이 알 수 있는 듯.
I'm liking the way the acoustic is being used.
Yeah. That's a drum and bass beat again.
That 80s, like.
Yeah.
사랑이란 이름에 용기가 필요해. Yes, I know. Yeah, 넌 beautiful monster. 넌 날 아프게 하고 또 치료해. Ooh, yes, I know. Yeah, 넌 beautiful monster.
Do you hear that bitty, like, in the background?
That
Bum,
bum.
bum, yeah, like.
Yeah.
단 한 번만이라도 please be a man. Yeah, 머릿속 하얘진
is the highest I've heard Jay use her vocals.
Yeah. It's very high song, actually.
That pre-chorus is absolutely perfect for me. Who's that member? Her tone of voice is always so enjoyable in their songs.
I don't remember this very well, I'm afraid. Maybe Sumin?
Maybe, yeah.
What do you call me? What is me out there? Yes, I know. Yeah, 넌 beautiful monster. 넌 날 아프게 하고 또 치료해. Yes, I know. Yeah, 넌 beautiful monster. Love is love is
Okay.
Oh, it just ends.
I wanted more, yeah.
Yeah, actually, the ending was the only thing I was disappointed in.
Oh, we have a little bit of Sunmi chopping in here.
Oh, Sunmi coming in at the end.
Yeah, Sunmi always at the end of every video. YouTube's like, oh, you want to watch Sunmi again, right?
Yeah, it knows what you're about.
Yeah, dude, right, like you said right when it started, you're like, oh, I already like this. Like, STAYC just slaps. I don't like every time. I've never been disappointed. Like, it's
Yeah, I was so happy we had a STAYC Girls is going down again.
Well, the dudes used to work for JYP that created STAYC, right? So they really like that formula.
It was an independent producer, but
Okay,
he worked
they
for
seem to
JYP a
do
lot,
that
yeah.
formula that JYP had of like always including the artist's
That's it, a
name
signature,
or
yeah.
like their name kind of thing into the song.
Yeah, this was great. This might become a contender for my favorite STAYC title. Yeah, I just thought the way it was constructed was just so well done, right? Like the way they had like the acoustic guitar, but they kept it. They moved it up and down in the mix, right? Like they had times where it was kind of like swallowed in reverb almost, and you couldn't quite hear it clearly, and it was just kind of low, and then they made it sharper to lead into the pre-chorus, and then give you that
pre-chorus 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, this is kind of like the perfect contrast to what we were just saying earlier when we just saw and we were saying like there's a trend of creating maybe a chorus kind of around a TikTok kind of idea of like how the choreography can do a dance challenge, and this just feels like it was purely written as only thinking of a song, like with nothing about like what could be an internet trend or anything like that, you know. Just about the music of it. Yeah,
I think because that's what makes a good pre-chorus and a chorus is like when you have a build-up and then you have the resolution, right? And it's like if you're focused on doing like a sound bite as for a TikTok gimmick or something, you have it existing in isolation and it's not connected to the rest of the song. But here it's like that chorus is absolutely connected to the pre-chorus, and it makes it so much more enjoyable to listen to as a whole thing. Part of me was there were elements of this which kind of sounded like it could have been on a Blackpink album.
Yeah,
like
dude, I don't know. And also, the video was giving me that feeling, you know.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, it had a little bit of that, like, Blackpink video quality to it as well.
I guess just because I'm so attuned to hearing, like, acoustic country-style stuff in Teddy's better song.
Yeah, you have Stay and Whistle and, like, all these...
A little bit, right?
Yeah. But
that's not a bad thing at all.
No,
like,
no.
Not a criticism.
It was, the video and song perfectly fit together. There wasn't any theme kind of going on where I was like, oh, that's out of nowhere. Really weird, you know. It all was very fluid throughout the whole video.
Yeah, the only thing I had issue with was the end. I felt like we could have had like a more extended ending, an outro or something. It just
like
kind of
more of that high note that was happening
stopped.
there.
Yeah, we had like that really. Yeah, it was a really good climax, right? And then we just kind of cut the song right away, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, the only
Just a
thing
bit
I think
abrupt.
could have made the ending better, because it did kind of bring you up there a lot, and she had a little bit of
Yeah.
that vocal run going on, was maybe to really soften out a little bit, slowing the song, like kind of ending it away, trailing it away for you. Where it
Yeah,
just kind
you
of
could have gone.
It just
You
stops.
could have gone back
completely.
to the beginning in a way and had
Yeah.
and just faded out. Like, yeah.
Still really good though. Still really enjoyed
Yeah.
it. I don't like. I might not be wrong, when I talked about STAYC being like potentially
I mean,
best,
they could be
best
the
of
top-
fourth,
It
best
could be
of
the
fourth
best
gen.
in terms of output, right? Like,
Yeah, I consistency, they've been so solid. I haven't had anything where I'm just like really confused or perplexed why they released that or something.
Yeah, it hasn't felt like a miss yet. Yeah.
They have some difficult, I would say, groups to compete with there, because I gotta
Definitely.
say, I've just from 2 songs already, if I've releases a third song even close to Love Diver 11,
Well,
I'm just gonna call it that they're just like
we'll
god
find out.
tier.
We'll
Like,
find out
they've-
next. We'll find out next month, right? And
Yeah.
they'll be in a situation where we can really see exactly how they're doing in popularity scale, because they'll be competing with Twice and freaking Girls' Generation.
Yeah.
So like, there's not much more of a bigger
No, those are
parameters.
those are big groups to compete with. I mean, they did compete with Big Bang and stuff though already,
Yeah.
so they've shown they can. Yeah, STAYC though just still slaps every time. Like and someone can tell me in the comments. I think I've said it about that member twice. Her tone of voice just fits their style so much. It's like this.
I think it's Sumin, but I could be wrong. I'm fairly sure it's Sumin.
In ASAP, or not ASAP, in Run to You too, she has like the really cool, she's on like the motorcycle, but her vocal line in that, like the pre-chorus line, it's some singers in groups so
Maybe it's
tonally
Cian.
encapsulate the sound they're going for, and she like encapsulates everything they're going for.
I feel like
tone-wise.
they use the voices in STAYC really well, because there's quite a range of different tones from the different members, right? You have like the really deep voice, and then you have higher. This is I think probably their highest song overall. I'm trying. Maybe Run to You was higher, but
Yeah, because I've never heard Jay get out of her lower tone quite that much.
Right. So yeah, it was interesting to hear them in that kind of register, like universally, because even when they have like a high song, then you have Jay coming in like, oh.
Yeah. Like Run to Use a perfect example when she goes like Jay and comes in with the little low rap thing, but top tier though, and it was an upbeat song, but it had a little bit of that kind of balladish style melody in a very fast pace, which I really enjoy when a group kind of throws that at you versus just your typical tone of upbeat digital sounds going on and everything.
I think they used like MIDI plugins like really sparingly, and which made them more impactful when they were using them in the chorus. Like
those
that,
heavy
like,
hits,
1 or 2 chords, like
while the acoustic was going on towards the end of the first verse, just like were perfect, because does this all boom. It's just that sound, that it's there like massive on Pro Tools, and they're just like boop.
Yeah.
But the way they used it makes it so impactful.
Yeah.
Overall, STAYC, keep doing it, and you might end up being the best of all the 4th tier girl groups. I don't know yet.
Keep going down.
It's awesome so far, though. I really approve. It's sick. I'm Honan.
I'm Oliver.
Bye bye.